Now that we've added some links, let's take a closer look at defining our navigation. So coming back to Figma, look at this page here. We've got links up top, and you can kind of see this in the component, but then we also have this link down here for make your menu. Now, the way we want to describe this to the browser is that this is the main navigation for the page, and that this is just a link that anybody can interact with. And we want to add just a little bit more semantic information here to just denote that this is something that the browser should pay special attention to. So let's go to our code here. And again, we've got our index.html, and all we're going to do is take a look at this over here as well, right back where we started. And what we're going to do is we're going to add another element. So this is a nav element, and we'll go ahead and we'll open it up. See nav, close it. And this is going to work very similar to how header works. We're just going to wrap this around our anchor element. So we can go ahead in here, and why don't we just copy all this stuff or cut it. So Command X, and we'll do Command V, and we've pasted it in. So we give this a refresh. Again, nothing has changed in how this looks, but we're giving the browser so much more information. We're saying this is the primary navigation, and you should treat it as such. Really super important for accessibility purposes, because that way assistive technology can say, oh, okay, this is how I can navigate the page. They're smart enough to say, okay, these are all the links on the page, but this is a really, really strong indication to it that it should pay special attention to these links. So it's really helpful for that. The other thing that this is really helpful for is SEO purposes. When you have site crawlers coming in from Google and other search engines to index your site and just look at all the pages, this is a really strong way to tell it, hey, these links matter a lot and you should pay attention to these more so than maybe other links down the page. So navigation, really, really important. Also useful for users. They can't necessarily see this, but from a developer standpoint, it makes us think, if we don't have a navigation element, have we provided proper navigation to our users? So it's good practice all around to just make sure we always have some form of navigation. Now, kind of continuing with our designs here, we don't need this Google link. We can get rid of that. But we did want to add this make your menu link down here. So we'll go ahead underneath our H1, and we'll add another link. Let's say href, and this is just to sign up like we did before. So just the name of the file, close that up, and then we say make your menu, just like that. Give it a refresh. We'll see we got rid of Google, no longer there, and then make your menu is here. We'll give that a click, and we go to the sign up page, just like you would want it to and expect. So now, like our page is coming together. I think we've got all the content in there, minus the sign in page, and then also our logo here for quick menu. So why don't we go ahead and do that together? We'll go ahead and say sign in. So we can duplicate this page. A nice little trick here is if you hit the Alt button and then hold that down and you hold down Shift and then you press down on your keyboard, is you can duplicate a line of code here. So IDEs, really, really powerful shortcuts baked into them that allow us to move faster as developers. So what we can do here is we can say sign in. And we don't have a page for that. So why don't we just go ahead and leave that blank for now. So we'll say sign in. And notice how it's displayed a little bit differently here. That's kind of signifying to us that, hey, this needs some extra content. We don't have that included in there, which is good because now we'll come back and add it when we're ready. Now we also have this home. Why don't we go ahead and practice adding that image for our logo into this as well. So we'll come over here to quick menu and we'll bring the UI back so we can see everything. And we'll select quick menu. That's a logo. Maybe we'll go up to our, there we go, our parent component. Great. And we'll just export this. And a PNG makes sense because we want that transparent background. And we'll go ahead and why don't we just save it directly to the folder so that way we have it. You can save it wherever you want, but we do want to make sure it ends up in the folder. Great. So now if we do Command Shift E, bring it back, we see we've got logo.png. Awesome. So now, let's think about this a little bit more. We want to make sure that logo.png shows up in our nav, right? It's going to show up here, just like we had in our designs. If we go back to our page, we want to make sure it's here. At the same time, we want to have it be clickable, so that way it can be interactive. So how are we going to do that? Very simply instead of just putting text inside of here, we're going to nest that image tag inside of our anchor tag. So we can get rid of home. We'll add an image tag. And we'll say the source is equal to logo.png. And we'll say alt is equal to the quick menu logo. And then we close it. And remember, that's a self-closing tag. We don't need a special ending tag. We can just do that slash and then close the angle bracket. So now, we give this a refresh, we can see quick menu here. And notice how when you hover over it, you get that little finger. That means it's clickable. So if you click on it, notice you get that little flash. That means it's reloading the page. And if you go over here to sign in or sign up at, rather, it goes away as you would expect. So we can put it over there as well. Why don't we go ahead, copy and paste this. So we'll go grab our whole nav, go over to sign up, and we'll just replace the links we have over here. Again, remember, we got to copy and paste things between different HTML pages. It's one of the drawbacks of HTML. So right now we're on index. If we go over to sign up, now we can click on quick menu, and it will take us back to our index page, our landing page. So this is really powerful. We can not only use content inside of an anchor tag, we can have images as well if we want to do something a little bit more designed.